guys, my name is Laura the Informer and I'm here to give you the scoop on this week on OSG. On the news this week, we have a number of things lined up for you, but first off, I'm gonna let you know that CBN has placed a ban on some human beings' accounts in Nigeria. Not just human beings, we also have some companies. We're not going to mention their names, but 20 names were released and the likes of Uncle Pamilari and Rinu were among these people who their accounts should be frozen. Now, if you look at these people or the list, you would realize that these are the people who were in the forefront of the SARS protest. They have a problem with that, so they're telling us they can do something about it. But if you have a problem with it, you can really not do anything because Lagos state government has said that if you're in Lagos, you cannot protest. There's a ban on protest at the moment. They're not having any of it, whether it's peaceful or it's violent. And we've seen that, from the past, that when we do it peacefully, they return with violence. So maybe we should think back, sit back, relax, and try again to re-strategize and see how we can come over it. But some people, as we know, say that this is not possible. You cannot place a ban on protest because it is in the constitution of Nigeria that protests, be it peaceful or however it is so, is legal. So how are you going to come now as the head of police to come and tell us that we cannot protest? Shouldn't we sue the police for that? It's in the United States of America, as we know, it's election season. Joe Biden and Donald Trump. This is the biggest election of the entire world. Everybody is watching to know who the next president is going to be. Some media houses already called it and said Biden. Now, Trump, as we know, has had a couple of meltdowns this particular week with the stop counting and how he's saying the election is being rigged. But from the history, we already know that when something is not going according to Donald Trump's way, it's definitely rigged against him. Now, Kamala Harris would be the vice president. I'm actually excited about this one because she is the first black woman to ever be in the presidency area. So yes, big ups to Kamala Harris and congratulations, Joe Biden.
I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide, but unify. Who doesn't see red states and blue states, only sees the United States.
I got the scoop for you on Davido. He is in the news today for the wrong reasons, apparently. Now, allegedly, he has been stepping out. Well, let me not say what is on my mind, but they started when Eva and Kenza, two models, let's say Instagram models or real life models, but they're models, came on Twitter going back and forth at each other. Some persons saying some people slept their way to the top, some people saying you can't really just say women slept their way to the top, and then names were dropped. Davido's name was dropped as a person that was cheating on his baby mama when she was pregnant. Now, if you take it back on how we know Eva, you realize that during the lockdown, she got super popular on the internet with Father DMW, which kind of then makes me wonder, wasn't she at that point, dating Tariq from Power? Because there was is she going to date the DMW guy or is she going to stick with the man? But it seems that the DMW boy or houseboy is working and the other guy is chopping, allegedly. But Eva has still not denied the fact that this happened, and Davido, doing the pettiest thing, actually tweeted something and said, I can't remember that tweet, but it was really petty. I'll find it. It seems Davido is having a bad time, but he is on his way to a better time, as next week we know the album A Better Time is going to be here. Yes! I cannot wait. I want to hear what it sounds like this time because the last album had a few songs that I liked in it, but let's see what this album has for us. Now, speaking of albums, Wizkid's Made in Lagos has been topping charts. It occupied #1 in 11 countries, and of course it took over the whole top 10 charts in Nigeria on Apple Music. Talk about Wizkid FC. He is on the news today. Yes, he is on the news today. He is fast rising and he's doing absolutely wonderful. Now, if you listen to his previous EP, Get Laid, then you would be excited about the one coming titled What Have We Done? Now, when I saw that, I feel like the boy has a way of trying to twist his album titles to make it look very delicious and enticing. Yes. In addition to that, Omele has just been named the International Artist of the Month by BET, and as we know, he just released a remix for his song Damn featuring Black. If you don't know how to pronounce Black, it's spelled 6 like, but it's Black. You're welcome to my TED Talk. Speaking of new music this week, we have Oh Chico. Yes, I can sing too, just in case you didn't know. Hit me up. He has a new song titled Wahala Day, and the song is dedicated to the Lekki massacre and people who have gone through police brutality. It's a great song. I think you should check it out. And that's all we have on the scoop this week. If you want more juicy gossip and conversations like I just gave you, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. It is at Olorisupergal on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Meanwhile, our website is still there, www.olorisupergal.com. Till I see you next week, it is Laura the Informer. Adios.